What happens when a superstar comes home not to visit, but to declare war on expectations? Caitlin Clark didn't just return to Iowa, she set the entire arena on fire. The moment her sneakers touched the Carver-Hawkeye hardwood, the noise hit 118 decibels louder than an NFL playoff game. Then came that step-back three, logo range, no hesitation. And in that instant, Iowa didn't just cheer, they erupted. But this isn't just a comeback story, it's a warning shot to the WNBA. After 7 months away, Clark didn't just improve, she evolved. Stronger, sharper, scarier. This is the story of how Caitlin Clark came home, broke physics again, and proved the Indiana Fever are no longer rebuilding, they're arriving. Hours before tip-off, lines stretched around Carver-Hawkeye Arena, fans standing in 45-degree weather just for a glimpse of their hometown hero. The average ticket price soared to $695, unprecedented for any preseason game in WNBA history. I'm super excited to go back and play at Iowa, obviously a place that has meant a lot to me. We've had so many amazing games inside that arena, Clark shared before the game. It'll be fun to go back in front of those fans and honestly, to get to introduce those fans to all my new teammates. The sellout crowd of 15,500 didn't bring regular game energy, they brought champion level intensity to a May exhibition. Even Clark's teammates understood the magnitude, with Lexi Hall wearing a number 22 Iowa jersey during warm-ups, a gesture acknowledging this wasn't just another game on the schedule. But could Clark deliver the performance these fans sacrificed time and money to witness? The answer would arrive faster than anyone anticipated. When Clark's name echoed through the arena, the decibel level shattered expectations, creating physical vibrations players later described feeling in their chests. Her expression during warm-ups told a story, scanning the familiar arena with a mix of nostalgia and newfound purpose. The first quarter revealed a transformed Clark. Sharper passes, stronger drives, and defensive intensity unseen during her rookie campaign. Her court vision reached new heights, threading passes between defenders that found teammates precisely where they needed the ball. I was telling the girls the other day they're gonna go crazy for you too, Clark had predicted about the Iowa fans. When I tell them to get up, they're gonna get up. But the crowd hadn't traveled across state lines and paid premium prices for solid fundamentals. They waited for that signature Clark moment, the one that breaks physics and basketball convention simultaneously. With 3 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Clark crossed half court with that unmistakable look in their eyes, the one that signaled something extraordinary is seconds away. Standing precisely 38 feet from the basket, the exact spot where she'd broken scoring records in her senior season, Clark didn't hesitate. The ball arced through the arena in that signature high trajectory, rotating perfectly before slicing through the net without touching the rim. The arena exploded to 119 decibels, sound not just heard, but physically felt by everyone in that building. Her teammates didn't just celebrate, they understood the significance. When Clark later asked if the arena got loud after her shot, Sophie Cunningham joked, "When you scored? No." Lexi Hall added with a grin, "No one really cared." That playful exchange revealed a genuine chemistry developing on this Fever team. That's just who she is, what she does. Coach Stephanie White summed it up perfectly. The shot was a good momentum builder and exactly what everyone wanted to see from Clark in that arena. That single shot represented everything Clark brings: fearlessness, range that defies convention, and an uncanny ability to deliver exactly what 15,000 people are collectively willing into existence. The 7-month break transformed Clark physically, adding muscle evident in every drive to the basket. Plays that sent rookie Clark stumbling now ended with controlled finishes through contact and calm jogs back on defense. Her shooting percentage on contested attempts jumped dramatically in this preseason showcase, evidence of targeted off-season development. Defensively, Clark's lateral quickness created multiple steals, leading directly to transition opportunities, an element largely missing from her rookie campaign. Being consistent in your training helps you feel better throughout the season and in the playoffs, Clark explained about her physical development. The game gets more physical. This isn't just Clark 2.0, this is Clark completely reimagined, addressing precisely the weaknesses that limited her impact during stretches of her rookie season. That transformation goes beyond just aesthetics, it's functional strength, allowing her to absorb contact that would have sent rookie Clark flying last season. Beyond Clark's individual brilliance, this game revealed something potentially more significant: genuine chemistry developing throughout the Fever roster. Watch how Kelsey Mitchell positions herself perfectly for Clark's no-look pass, or how Aaliyah Boston sets screens exactly the right angle, synchronization impossible to fake. The team registered 27 assists on 37 made baskets, a lead ball movement reflecting months of developing cohesion. Defensively, the Fever forced 26 turnovers through precise rotations and communication improvements that transformed last year's bottom 5 defense into something formidable. We want to compete, we want to be our best, Coach White emphasized. We've got edgy players, we've got competitive players, and I guarantee you it doesn't matter if we're playing cards or basketball. They want to win and do what it takes to position themselves to win. This isn't just Clark returning to form, it's an entire organization transforming around her, creating something that could fundamentally alter expectations for the 2025 season. Kelsey Mitchell showed exactly why she's the perfect scoring partner for Clark, adding 17 points, including 4 3-pointers, many coming off Clark's pinpoint passes. Aaliyah Boston's performance might have been the most encouraging sign, demonstrating the two-woman game with Clark that can become the backbone of this offense. When asked about the offensive improvement from their previous preseason game, Clark didn't sugarcoat. It wasn't choppy like our Washington game. That was hard to watch at times. When Clark finally checked out with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining, the standing ovation wasn't just appreciation, it was acknowledgement of a journey coming full circle. Her embrace with former Iowa staff members revealed raw emotion rarely displayed publicly, tears visibly forming as the magnitude of the moment registered. Young fans lined up 12 deep along the tunnel, many holding signs reading "From Iowa to Indiana, still our hero," and Clark County spans 2 states now. I think it's hard to put into words what exactly it means to me. It's almost overwhelming to a point, Clark shared after the game. I'm just very thankful to be able to come back to a place that continues to support me. Something about this gym just makes me play well. I don't know what it is. Sports creates connections transcending jerseys and contracts, and Clark's relationship with Iowa represents that rare athlete community bond that survives professional transitions. Her post-game moments hit just as hard as the game itself, with Clark thanking Iowa fans for always having my back. I'm glad I could be a role model for them, Clark reflected on the young fans waiting for her. Even at the end of the day, say I scored 0 points, I'm sure they still would have been there screaming my name and wanting an autograph. That really puts into perspective the impact. There are bigger things in life than basketball. This performance wasn't just nostalgic, it was declarative, announcing expectations for the upcoming season. With Clark's improved physicality and the team's enhanced chemistry, analysts immediately adjusted Fever win projections upward for the upcoming season. Ticket sales jumped significantly for upcoming Fever road games within 24 hours of this performance, confirming Clark's status as women's basketball's premier attraction. The final score read 108-44, but numbers could never capture what really happened at Carver-Hawkeye Arena that night. Our defense was really good, Coach White noted, though she mentioned they're still working to minimize miscommunications and mistakes. The pace and flow of the Fever's offense looked nothing like last year. Players made decisive cuts, found the open shooter, and played with confidence. If this preseason showcase accurately reflects what's coming, the Indiana Fever aren't just developing, they're transforming into legitimate contenders months ahead of schedule. The way they dismantled Brazil showed everything that was missing last season. The foundation is being built right before our eyes. A team that moves the ball, plays with joy, and has chemistry you can't fake. At the center of it all stands Caitlin Clark, showing everyone that her basketball story is just getting started. Caitlin Clark's return to Iowa transcended basketball. It represented a player embracing her past while defining her future. This wasn't just a homecoming, it was a glimpse into women's basketball trajectory where individual brilliance meets organizational development. The story unfolding in Indiana isn't just about Clark's sophomore campaign. It's about witnessing the beginning of what could become women's basketball's next dynasty. The Indiana Fever isn't just Clark's team, they're a complete unit ready to make serious noise in 2025. How high is the ceiling for this transformed Fever squad? Drop your win predictions for the upcoming season right down below. Subscribe for continuous coverage as this Fever journey unfolds, because something special is developing that basketball fans can't afford to miss. The Indiana Fever aren't just building a team, they're creating a movement, and Clark's Iowa homecoming was just the opening chapter. But while Caitlin Clark is lighting up courts and leading a revolution, not everyone's handling the spotlight so gracefully. And speaking of not so graceful, let's talk about Angel Reese, who didn't just throw a fit, she went full meltdown after being rejected and threatening to boycott. Click here to watch.